Hey everyone, Commander Josh Hawkins here, and this is Diablo 3. I figured for my birthday would do something a little different, so I jumped into Diablo 3. The patch came out today for the Anniversary Edition, and just so happens that the Anniversary Edition coincides with my birthday, so 20 years ago today, I was playing Diablo 1, and I figured it's time to play a little Diablo 3 for the birthday stream. It's not going to be a long stream, only about 15-20 minutes. I just wanted to show off my my new build. I've been working on this for a few days. I'm still missing a few pieces that I'd like to get in here, and this is by no means a unique or creative build. It's got a little bit of a twist to the traditional build that you might find on websites and YouTube channels that other people have used. I'll show you what I've done a little differently and why I love this build so much, but this is the Crusader Thorns build. Hey, Bev, come on. I think it was Div. I am live streaming right now. I've got the chat. It's not being displayed at the moment. Great test. Yes, finally I did make it. It took a little downloading of that patch. I figured out how to get it working, but thank you, Danamaster. Happy birthday. Thank you. Appreciate it. And great test. If you want to jump in here and discuss this with me, I'm more than happy to bring up the Discord channel here again. In fact, I think I might be on there. Let me jump back in. Yes, I am in the green room still, so if you want to come and join me and we can discuss the build that I've got going over here. This build is amazing for greater rifts and speed farming. It's just unbelievable because you don't have to do anything. That's one of the things I love about it, and I've been wanting to build a Thorns build for quite some time. I just didn't, the pieces didn't really exist. So what I'll show you here is the way that I have this guy set up. I am playing on Xbox, by the way, so I'm streaming the Xbox through my PC, so you're going to be looking at the Xbox interface. It's not quite as...
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Test.
Yep, there we go. Thanks for the birthday wishes, Nabil and Div. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. So, great test. I guess you'll just have to watch the stream and be a little bit behind, but this is the Xbox interface. First thing I'll do is I'll show you the skills that I have put together. So I'm using Steed Charge with Spike Barding. Keep in mind this is a Thorns-based build, so you want to squeeze out as much damage from your Thorns as possible. And using Steed Charge with the Spike Barding gives your Warhorse 500% damage of your Thorns every second to enemies through which you ride. And basically with this build, you're almost going to be able to keep your Steed Charge up at all times. So this is your #1 damage dealer right here. I'm also using Consecration with Bed of Nails because this gives you 100% of your Thorns damage every second to any enemies that walk into your Consecration. Plus it gives you a little bit of a heal. It's not anything crazy, but it's enough of a heal that when stuff does get a little bit hairy, you could just pop that down and stand in it. Basically what I do is I just stack it amongst everything else. So if I'm fighting against the boss or elites and they're particularly hard, I just drop that along with everything else and get the extra Thorns damage in there. Of course, this is also using Bombardment. That is the next big damage dealer that you're doing. Gosh, my damn allergies. So Bombardment is on a very long cooldown, but I'm going to show you that we have something that's going to allow it to cast every 6 seconds on a random enemy. And what it does is it rains down 5 spears of burning pitch and stone onto enemies around you, dealing 2,850 total weapon damage to enemies within 12 yards of the impact zone. We're using Barrel of Spikes, so in place of the burning spheres, barrels of spikes are hurled down. Our hurled damage of each barrel is increased by 200% of your Thorns, which is your primary damage dealer, meaning your weapon is pretty much useless. It doesn't matter what damage you have on the weapon at all. Moving right along, we have Condemn. This is build up a massive explosion, unleashing it after 3 seconds, dealing 1160% weapon damages wholly to all enemies within 15 yards. Really, I suppose I could switch this out for pretty much anything else. The only reason I'm using it is because of the vacuum rune, which allows me to suck in enemies, and that groups them a little bit closer together for my Thorns and my Bombardment to make it a little easier to use them. I'm also using Iron Skin, of course, with Reflective Skin, so while active, your Thorns is increased by 300%. It is pretty short, it's only 4 seconds, but it does help you absorb incoming damage, and it does give you a ton of extra Thorns, again, increasing your damage and making you just an uber thorny, spiky dude. And, of course, Akarat's Champion, just because of, well, the damage increase. Wrath generation doesn't really matter because you're not really spending any Wrath, you're just running around. But the extra armor keeps you alive if you get into some sticky situations as well. The passives that I'm using is Lord Commander, so it reduces the cooldown of Steed Charge and Bombardment 25% and 35% respectively. I'm also using Fervor, so while wielding a one-handed weapon, my attack speed is increased by 15% and all cooldowns are reduced by 15%. The purpose of these two, of course, is just to reduce the cooldowns on Bombardment and Steed Charge to keep them up as much as possible. Obviously Iron Maiden, which is increasing my Thorns by another 50%, and then the Finery, which gives me 1.5% strength for every gem socketed into my gear. This is because strength increases your Thorns, which is extremely useful. Basically, it increases the amount of damage that your Thorns do. And as for the Kanai's Cube, I've got Swift Mount, which doubles the duration of my Steed Charge, Heart of Iron, which gives my Thorns, gives me 300% of my vitality as Thorns, and Convention of the Elements. This was suggested in the build that I looked at. It's one of those ones that I think I could probably switch out for something else, but I haven't actually found anything better at the moment. Mind you, I don't have a lot of options on this particular character, so this was the best one. And when it does cycle to the right ones, I'm getting an extra 200% increased damage. So it's handy. It does help sometimes. You can see I've decorated my guy rather nicely here. He's very spiky looking. I love the look of this particular build. I've got a lot of transbogs on there, so he looks extra spiky and dangerous. And the meteor weapon just for the bombardment with the spiky ball and the spiky shield. As far as my Paragon level, I'll just very quickly show you. I'm Paragon level 681, so I have been playing for quite some time. I've got quite a few characters in there, and this is the very first character that I built was my Crusader, but I haven't used him in so long just because, I don't know, he kind of felt useless, to be perfectly honest. I couldn't find a good build for him. I didn't really like any of the builds that were popular, and I wanted to make a Thorns build. Finally, I have the ability to do that, and it's amazing. For weapons, what I'm using is the Legacy of Nightmares set, which is the ring set that I've got on here. So Litany of the Undaunted and the Wailing Host. And basically, what happens with these two rings, if you take a look at the set bonus, as long as this is the only set bonus active, every ancient item I have equipped increases my damage dealt by 100% and reduces my damage taken by 4%. So if you look at the rest of the stuff I have on, everything else I have on is ancients, except for my Belt of the Trove and my illusory boots, which I have not been able to get ancient items for at this time. I'm working on it, but it's just seems like it's very daunting. You can see I've got 2 more Belt of the Troves there. Eventually I'll try to re-roll these in Kanai's Cube and possibly get an ancient, but I have not been able to get the illusory boots or the Belt of the Trove in ancient versions. Also, I'm using the Towers of Light right now. I do want to use another pair of pants, which I have also not been able to find ancient, which is, I think, the Hexing Pants of Mr. Yen, as well as switching out the weapon. Although this weapon seems to work very, very nicely. It synergizes very well with the build because after killing an elite pack, you gain for 15 seconds, you gain 9-second reduction on your skill cooldowns, which means you're going to jump from elite pack to elite pack, and you're basically going to skip all of the mobs in between, because those are the guys that drop loot, and they're the ones who help you progress in the greater rifts as well. So I found that this has been really, really handy, And you'll notice the damage says 427.3. Normally that would be something like 3,000 or 4,000. But again, it's not your weapon damage that matters, because if you look at the skills that I showed you before, I don't actually have any primary skills here. So I have no wrath generators. I have nothing that's going to be that I'm going to be attacking with. In fact, you don't have to attack anything with your weapon. So it doesn't really matter what weapon damage is on there. I don't have the perfect rolls on all of this stuff, but some of them I have rolled out. You can see I've got 27,000 thorns on there. I've increased vitality. Vitality's handy for that other skill that gives me the extra thorns for my vitality. This one here I've added thorn damage to. I'm using St. Archer's Gauge, which means anytime an elite attack damages me, I gain an absorb shield, 142% of my maximum life for 10 seconds, which I have tons of life, and that shield really keeps you alive like 99% of the time. Deathwatch Mantle, just for the cooldown reduction again there. This could very easily be replaced, I suppose. It's really all I'm doing right now, but it does give you an extra 20% area damage on hit, so that comes in handy. For my chest, I'm using the Aquila Cuirass. It is a Witch Doctor one. It's the only one I was able to get ancient, unfortunately. But while you're above 90% primary resource, all damage taken is reduced by 50%. And you're basically going to be at 100% resource all the time. So super handy. Once I switch that over to a proper Crusader Aquila Cuirass, I'll probably have much better stats, and I'll hopefully gain a bonus to bombardment on there. Broken Crown is not ideal. This is something I think for the build you're supposed to have Leoric's Crown, but again, I really didn't have anything better to put in there. It did have a cooldown, 12.5%, and I'm stacking life in there as well, so it's handy. It could be better. Hellfire Amulet, kind of a given. With this, you're getting the physical skill damage, which is supposed to increase your Thorns damage, plus you get the passive ability on the amulet, which in this particular one, I'm getting the Holy Cause passive. I can show you what that one is. Holy Cause is right over here. Now, of damage dealt by your weapon is increased by 10%. Whenever you deal holy damage, you heal up to 1% of your total life. Again, it's not the perfect one, but it works pretty well for the time being. Let's get back to inventory. So I've got the Shackles of the Invoker. Again, another one that's going to be replaced eventually, but it has Thorns damage on it and a decent amount of strength and vitality. The extra armor is handy as well. Physical skill damage on there. I'm not benefiting from any of those bonuses, and I'm using Coven's Criterion for my shield, just because you take 60% less damage from blocked attacks. And it's got a decent amount of block chance on there, the 27% chance, 11% bonus on the top. So, this is my build for the time being. Oh, of course, illusory boots, so you can move through everything. And that moving unhindered through everything is essential for this build, because you're basically just going to be running through everything all the time. And then the Belt of the Trove gives you the bombardment on a random nearby enemy every 6 seconds. So that is kind of a vital part of this build, because bombardment does a shoot ton of damage, and you're going to want it going as often as possible. All right, take a quick look at the chat. Who do we got in here? Well, we got a few people in there. How's it going, everyone? Thanks for joining in. It's still my birthday. Oh, no, it's not. We've passed my birthday. It's actually gone on to January 5th, so I guess birthday is over. But we're doing a very short birthday stream because I wanted to show this as well. Great, as you're on the phone, so you could not hear me? Okay, well, that's fine. If you want to jump back in here, you're certainly welcome to jump back in and chat along with us. Bro did a lot of homeworks. Yeah, well, you doing a Joy of Exploration in Diablo 3? No stars to worry about, but everything needs to worry about getting close to Josh. Yeah. Nothing wants to get close to me in this game. So, I've showed you the build. Let's go ahead and show you how it works. I got this little, well, this guy, my follower, chasing me around here. What is he? The Templar follower. He's kind of useless. He dies every 2 seconds, so I don't even know why I'm dragging him around with me, but whatever. He can come. And right now I'm playing on Torment 11, but we can bump that up. Let's go to 12. I'm pretty sure that 13, I could do 13. I don't think I would have any problem doing 13. But I'll show you how this works. I have no greater rift keystone, so we'll just do a regular rift on 12 and show you how this guy kills everything. He is a slaughter master. How many of you guys
Are you strong enough to survive the trials?
I am strong enough, Auric. I'm curious in the chat how many people are actually playing Diablo 3. New patch came out today, so this is the anniversary edition patch. There's been a few changes. Nothing that affects this build. Well, luckily, very fortunate, because I've been working on it for a while. So basically with the build...
Not yet.
And what you're going to see here is I'm not going to do anything other than just run around right now and look for my first elite packs. All of this stuff is taking a considerable amount of damage. Here's an elite pack right up over here.
Patience.
So we're going to go ahead and pop down all of this stuff. We're going to put down Steed Charge, and they're teleporting me, which kind of sucks. But you can see my health doesn't drop that much, and these guys are just dropping like there's no tomorrow. We're going to grab that loot, and now we've got the cooldown reduction because of my item, and you'll see we've gone on to the next group of mobs right over here. We're going to kill these guys as well. It really is a speed farming build, and since we're trying to do this quickly, see with the cooldown up, I can basically just ride my steed almost non-stop and find the next group of elites right over here.
Not ready yet.
I'll tell you the skill cycles that I'm going through here as well. As soon as I finish killing those guys, pick up my orbs. Here's another elite pack.
Not yet.
Grab some more orbs. Every time we kill one of these elite packs, of course, it resets the cooldown.
Patience.
So, or not resets, but gives me the extra cooldown for another 15 seconds. I have 9 seconds cooldown reduction. And we could just go on to the next group of mobs. Oh, didn't want to stand in that explosion. Here's another group right here.
Not ready yet. The crusade marches on.
So this is tier rank 12 or tier 12. You can see just how easy it is.
Patience.
And this is not even a complete build, so it's absolutely ridiculous. These guys just die like they just bounce off. They can't really even hurt me. Because of the Steed Charge and the Illusory Boots, you're constantly moving.
Bad luck for you, friend.
Regular mobs like these trash mobs here, you can just run through them a few times and watch them pop. I don't usually spend much time killing the trash mobs because they don't really do much for you.
Not ready yet.
But I could stand still for a second if you want to see some of the damage numbers popping up. I mean, there's 30 million. I'm just going to put down my little heal here so I could sustain a few hits without worrying too much.
I must wait longer.
There's millions, there's billions. I think my white damage is currently doing 2 billion. Here, we'll grab 2 mob packs at the same time.
Not yet.
And just let this guy pop.
Not ready yet.
Get back here, buddy. There you go. You're dead. And we've got our cooldown again. A couple more of these elite packs, and we'll be completed the rift.
Had enough. Not yet.
I think we've already gone there. Yes, we have. And now we're stuck to walking because I've wasted my cooldown.
Patience.
I probably should turn the game volume down. I'm not sure how loud it is compared to my voice because I've never actually played Diablo on a stream before. And this is not a typical space game, but because of this special occasion, and I've been having so much fun playing Diablo on the Xbox, I figured out a way that I can get it to stream on my YouTube channel. So I figured this would be a good opportunity to share it with you. There we go. Go find another elite pack right over here. Sometimes these
Patience.
big guys do cause a bit of a problem, but just if they hit you. Oh, these shielding guys are a pain in the butt. Not much of a problem, really, as you can see. Now we'll grab the experience pool. Not. I think that's it for elite packs on this level. Go down to the next one.
Not ready
And
yet.
the Rift Guardian pops up. You'll see just how quickly he dies. Pretty much just the same as everything else. Very, very quickly. There we go.
Patience.
I don't have to run around in a circle either. I could actually just stand in one spot.
The Rift Guardian has arrived.
Which, I'll show you with this guy here. I could just stand in one spot. The numbers will pop up either way. But I feel like moving around actually reduces your chances of getting hit by some of these things, so it's a little bit better to stay on the move. Oh, what I didn't show you was the special gems I got.
Town.
So, that was it. That's how easy this is. Let's quickly show you the other gems I have in here. I've got Bane of the Trapped at rank 62. I have got Boyarsky's Chip, which increases your Thorns another 66,400 at level 63. And I've also got Bane of the Stricken, which is the 25% increased damage against bosses and Rift Guardians, and each attack you make against enemies increases the damage it takes from your attacks by 1.41%. So if you stand there longer, especially with the bosses where it's a longer fight, they take more damage as time goes by. And that's pretty quick. I'll do one Greater Rift just to see how high I can actually go. I haven't done anything higher than level 61 yet, but that's not because I can't, it's just because I haven't tried it out. So while I wait for the Rift to close, let's take a look at the chat and see what people are saying. Man, haven't played that game in a long time, says Ravenwood. Hey, Valdarsh, how's it going, man? My birthday was pretty good. Well, I worked today, so, I mean, it kind of sucks that I had to go to work on my birthday. But we actually celebrated my birthday really last week. My wife had a little surprise birthday party for me. My sisters and their husbands were both there, and a couple of my best friends were there, and my daughter was there with me, which was great. So we really had a nice time. And happy birthday, Josh has become the star. Well, I am the star, yes. Maybe this guy is the star. Is this Tank You? I think I call this guy Tank You, because he tanks you. And he tanks you good. Auction house and real money items. Oh, auction house and real money items is still an issue. No, they got rid of the auction house, and there's no more real money. That's actually been gone for a really long time. Now you could just trade normally. No more auction house. No more real money. Josh, do I know the best way to rank up to Scout in Elite? I think when I ranked up to Scout, it was literally just by driving around in my SRV. I think it was actually with Grey Test doing the mountain climbing, and that was on an account that I hadn't done any exploration on. So if you want to rank up, spend some time on planet surfaces, go drive your SRV around, or just go on a short exploration trip. Go out to the Orion Nebula and fly back. It'll take you like a day or two, depending on how much time you have dedicated to spend that time jumping out there. But it's not far. It's only like 3,000 light years or something, so you can get out there pretty quick. That'll get you to scout pretty quick. Yes, my little teddy bear is the real star. Where is he? There he is. My little dude. He's kind of creepy, actually, because when you go running, he just like does this like horror film, like, "Rah, I'll get you." He really needs like a big knife or something. That would make him much better.
Hello.
I'm not going to spend any shards. Let's go ahead and see. The last I played was level 62 Greater Rift. That was really, really easy. So I'm actually going to go up to the highest available for me right now. And we will empower it, which is level 64, which I've never done with this build. So this will be a good test. We'll see if it actually holds up. And then after that, we're going to end the stream because this is really just meant to be a quick birthday video. And just like in the regular Nephilim rifts, we're just basically going to go for the elites.
Not yet.
You can tell these guys have a lot more hit points, obviously, but you can also see that they're not really doing any damage to me still because of the damage shields and the fact that I'm holding a one-hander and a shield. I do have to watch my health a little bit, though. These guys are more dangerous.
I wish I could do that.
Oh, okay, so maybe 64 is a little too hard without the full proper build on, but it could also just be these particular mobs. We'll find out.
I must wait longer.
Let's see if we can hold up here. Hopefully we can. Come on! Oh! Alright, well, we might have to refine the build a little bit to do 64. I know 62 is pretty easy. I had no problem with it. Blazed through there literally with like 9 minutes left on the rift. There, that guy is dead. Okay, now we can move along. We'll see if maybe it was just those particular mobs or if it's the rift in general.
Like chaff before the wind.
They keep looking for more elite mobs, of course.
Not ready yet.
Because we want to get that cooldown back up. I think with this particular tier, though, because they do have a lot more hit points and it's taken me a little longer to kill them, that I might not be able to take full advantage of that cooldown reduction. Here we go. Got some elites.
Not yet.
Let's see how we do. Don't run away. Come back. I want to be friends.
Not ready yet.
There we go.
Patience.
Okay. Well, that was a little easier. Sometimes, depending on the rift you get, they can be a lot harder, of course.
Burn in the light.
Here we go. Shielding, knockback, all around miserable. Orbiter.
I grow weak.
Oh. So these guys are actually pretty tough. My items have lost durability. I need to revive. Nothing saying you can't skip mobs if you find them too hard, of course. But the quicker you kill, sometimes the more health orbs you pick up as well. They come in really, really handy for keeping you alive. And I am fairly new to this build. I've only been using it for a couple of days, so I haven't got the skill rotation down perfect yet, but as you can see, it's really not that hard. Just basically run around and pop your skills when you're on cooldown. If you get into a messy situation where there's too many mobs, you can...
Patience.
You can just run away from them.
Make your peace quickly.
There we go, some elites over here.
Not ready yet.
Throw down our heal, pop up the steed, run around, bombards popping all over the place like crazy. My bombardment's on cooldown, so we'll pop that. Got minions with them. These guys have a lot more hit points for sure.
Patience.
Where the little heal comes in handy. Go. Next elite pack. Pop my bombard. Put my heal down.
Light be damned.
Those guys died real quick. Come on, elites. See if we could do this with a decent time. Rank 64. If I could do it with a relatively decent time, I'm not even going to go back to level 62 anymore. Oh, didn't mean to go down. Let's stay up here. So, pop Akarat, pop the heal, put that down, call bombardment, and then run through them until they all die. Easy as pie. Let's go down down to the next level. We got our cooldown again, so we can go looking for our next mob packs. There we go.
Make your peace quickly.
Not ready yet.
Come on, buddy.
These wounds are deep.
Patience.
Die, die, die. There we go. I could have done my rotation a little bit better when I first got into the rift. That was the other thing. I wasn't putting everything down in the right order. If you do it in the right order, it really increases the effectiveness of everything as well.
Not yet.
Enjoyed that.
There we go. Power pylon. Now these guys are really, really screwed.
Bad luck for you, friend.
Alright, next level. So they've changed a couple things with this patch as well. They've
Not ready
changed
yet.
the distribution of mobs across the greater rifts, like what we're doing right now. So they're supposed to be a little bit more evenly spread out. And they've also said that you should not be finishing
Not yet.
a rift until you've completed at least one or two levels, which I can see normally I would have completed it by now within the first couple of levels. But we're already down like four levels, I think. So there's a definite difference. Channeling, that's awesome. That's going to give me more speed without having my cooldown. Oh, I think I saw one back there. Yeah, there we go.
The crusade marches on.
Not ready yet.
The Rift Guardian is here.
There we go. Rift Guardian. We've got 7 minutes left. Okay, so pop Afterat, put down the heal, pop my shield, pop Bombardment, put on the horsey, and then just watch the damage numbers stack up. Level 64 Rift Guardian. He's toast. He's already half dead. Keep everything else off cooldown. Make sure you keep popping it as soon as it stays up, as soon as it's up and available. There's another bombardment coming down.
Not yet.
And
You have
done.
triumphed.
Grab our loot. Since that was a 64, I should be able to upgrade my other gems a little bit better now. Let's see if we can bump up my Boyarskis a little bit. We got a 60% chance now. Succeeded. Let's see if I can get it to 65. Yes. Back down to 30. We'll use these ones here. Bane of the Trapped. We'll put Bane of the Stricken up as well. There we go. Because I died, I won't be able to take advantage of one of the new features, which is if you don't die in a Greater Rift, you get an extra roll on your gem as well. But I did die because I wasn't playing very smart at the beginning, so I don't get that extra roll.
The light grows stronger
Boom!
within.
682 Paragon level. There we go. Completing a solo personal best has increased your blood shard capacity. That's right. So now I've got 1,140 blood shards. We will just do a quick salvage and repair. See what we got. Maybe we got something good. Hopefully we got something good. New transmog. What the heck is that? Frider's Wrath. Ooh, something new. Condemn has no cooldown, instead costs 40 Wrath. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's cool looking. What else did we get? Vigilante Belt. No, don't need it. Ring, Snaggle Ring, Justice Lantern, crappy. Gauntlets of Akan, Spalders of Zakara. So what's this? Sublime Conviction. Oh, okay, that's a stun one. All right, well, that's pretty much it. It was a quick video. I hope you guys enjoyed a little show and tell of my Crusader build over here. This is the Thorns build, of course, and you can watch back at the beginning of the video if you want to see the actual build that I'm using for this. I just completed a Greater Rift level 64, really with no problem at all. I had 7 minutes left, and I was playing stupid at the beginning because I'm live streaming and not really paying attention to what I was doing, so I even died a couple of times during there. Could have done it in a lot less time, I think, if I was actually focusing instead of live streaming and looking at chat, but it's a very, very easy build. Considering I don't have all the pieces that I actually want for this build, and I'm even using pieces that are not for Crusaders, like my chess piece, which is a Witch Doctor piece, and I still have 2 pieces that are not ancient to really fully take advantage of the Litany of or Legacy of Nightmares set. There's a lot more potential for this build to do tons and tons of damage, and very quick damage too. So that's it for the live stream. I will take a quick look at the chat here after just to say thanks to everyone. I usually do ask people to put the salute in the chat just so I can get a very quick... Oh, is that not typing? There we go. Little salute in the chat just so I could say goodbye to everyone and say thank you for joining in. I know it was a short stream. It's not the typical stream that we would normally do, but again, it was just to have a little something up for a birthday stream, and you guys could watch this after, anyone who is watching it after on my YouTube channel. I hope you liked it. Please feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. I will, now that I've got Diablo 3 up and running on the computer so I could actually share it with you guys, I may do a few more Diablo videos in the future because I absolutely love this game. I've been playing it for 20 years, and with the anniversary patch that came out today, I am hoping to check out the anniversary special thing that they put in where you can actually go back and play all 16 levels of the original Diablo in Diablo 3. Not going to be in this stream, of course, but it'll be in a future stream. So if you like Diablo, if you had fun watching this video, please click the like and subscribe button, and I will catch you another time. For now, this is Josh Hawkins, signing off.